Hi, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation. So let's get started. From a setup standpoint, I think you should be a little bit wider. Okay, I watched your video a couple times, and you're not much going on in that lower half. Okay, when you're young and from a physical standpoint, smaller, we need to make sure we're getting every ounce of energy we can derive from our bodies. And the best way to do that is to make sure you're connected to the ground. The best way to be connected to the ground is to be a little bit wider in your stance, okay? So let's watch your hands and see where you put your hands here. Pardon my voice is kind of shot here. Okay, so kind of low. Your hands are kind of low at the start of your swing. Okay, when you get to what we call the launch position, your hands are pretty low. That makes any pitch, even this high, which is just above your belt, look extremely high to you. Okay, and it lends to this right here, bud, where you swing kind of uphill at it. Good hit, but it's kind of uphill. Okay, we want to make kind of a downward angle from our launch position to the baseball, and then get flat through the contact zone. Okay, see how you come out of your legs? You're getting taller to hit the baseball. That's the last thing we want you to do is get taller when you hit. We want you to get smaller when you hit, not taller. Okay, some of that has to do with where you have your hands. I would raise your hands a little bit. Okay? And then that bat. Okay, that bat's behind your helmet. I'd like to see that bat. I'd like to see that bat kind of intersecting your helmet. Kind of in this angle, above your helmet, okay, but not behind it. Guys that have their bats behind their helmets have a tendency to they have to go out and about to get to the baseball. Okay, it just takes a little longer. And we want to do everything we can to shorten our swing, not to lengthen our swing. Okay, let's go to another swing here. Okay, another lower pitch. That's a good one to see. Okay, let's see where you are at contact. Okay, so right there at contact, you're in pretty good shape. We like to have this arm, be at a 45-degree angle there at contact. Okay, your left arm is fantastic. Okay, hard to see in the video exactly where your arm is, but you're in pretty good shape there. I want you to watch your belt buckle for me. Okay, that's where I'd like to have you at contact, is right there, buddy. If your bat was here and the ball was here, oops, hard to draw a ball with this software. Make a dot. No, it won't work. If the ball is right off your bat right now where that yellow line is, that's where I'd want your chest to be and your belt buckle to be. But instead, you got that belt buckle facing the pitcher at the contact point. And the problem with that, young man, is that we end up, when we have that kind of swing, when we rotate to the baseball like that, we have a tendency to be able to handle only two of the three zones. There's middle in, and middle away, right? And with that kind of swing, with that kind of approach to hitting, you're only going to be able to handle middle in and middle. Any ball on the outside half the plate, with that approach, you're going to be pulling off the baseball. Okay, making it more difficult for you to handle that pitch. So we got to work really hard to make that how we want it. Okay, now you notice here, we make contact. We should be going forward towards the baseball now, driving our weight towards the ball, and you kind of push back. Okay, see angle of your spine right now, angle of your body. It's going backwards. So that tends to lead me to believe that you really haven't transferred your weight from your backside to your front side. You're kind of stuck on your backside. Okay? So here's the rule of thumb. Okay? At this position right now, okay, we should have a little bit of extra weight on our backside. Okay? And then when we swing, we transfer that weight and get back to 50-50. You're kind of still on that backside a little bit. It looks like the ball's in the air. Okay? So, got to make sure we're transferring that weight the correct way and that we're compressing down to hit. We're not going to push up. We're going to push down. Okay, this backside here should have a little bigger bend in it. A little bigger bend in it. Okay? Again, when you're young and from a physical standpoint smaller, we got to make sure, bud, that we're driving that knee to the inside of that front foot as hard as we can. And then your front foot does a great job. It stays right there. That's beautiful. Then it kind of peaks up a little bit there as we go forward. Okay? But we got to make sure we're driving that back knee down. Really important. Okay, so let's check your finish out. So we make contact here. Again, you don't get as much extension as we would like, bud, because of you're pushing backwards. Okay? When you push back, it's going to cut down on the length of your extension. And they say for every inch of extension you get, you add about 10 to 15 feet of ball flight. So even 2 or 3 inches means a ball, instead of going to the left fielder, it goes over his head or in the gap. Okay, so make sure you get that weight transferred. There's a drill you can do where you off a tee, where that when you swing, you push so hard that your back leg comes off the ground. Okay, so take a tee and put it on the home plate. Put a ball in there, take a swing and feel your backside going forward so much that your back foot comes off the ground. Okay? Then try to get that feel in the batter's box on regular swings of driving that backside into a closed, firm front side. Okay, buddy, it looks like you got a little better since I watched your video from the holiday camp a few minutes ago. It looks like you're doing a little better job with your lower half now than you did before. So keep working on it, and we'll see you at the next ABC Baseball Camp.